The city of Acre, or Akko, that you see behind me is a city that reflects the intersection of the land of the Bible with the world beyond the sea. Akko has long been known as the gateway to the Holy Land, as well as the whole continent of Asia.
Ancient caravan routes led from the ends of the then known world to Akko, where they continued west by sea to Europe. In the middle of the 1st century, St. Paul passed here on his way back to Jerusalem from his 3rd missionary journey to the west. In Acts of the Apostles, chapter 21, verse 8, we read, "We continued our voyage from Tyre and landed at Ptolemais, where we greeted the brothers and sisters and stayed with them for a day. Leaving the next day, we reached Caesarea." Tyre is to the north, and Caesarea is to the south along the Mediterranean coast. Paul's sea voyages give us insights into the sea lanes in the Roman period. At that time, the ports of Tyre and Caesarea eclipsed that of Akko, which was then called the Happy Colony of Ptolemais. However, while the ports of Caesarea and Tyre are just a shadow of what they once were, the city of Akko and her port are well preserved and offer us the ability to experience 4,000 years of history. Akko was renowned for its flourishing commerce and its local products, especially glass. People in the ancient world believed that glass was invented right here at Akko. During the Greek and Roman periods, the port of Akko served as an important military and commercial port for the whole country. The port reached the height of its activity during the Crusader period. This fact is well expressed by the travels of Marco Polo at the end of the 13th century. Like many other Venetians, his father and uncle also heard the stories of merchants and travelers and used the accumulated experience in their pioneering venture into the Far East. Marco Polo's name is now part of the urban layout of Akko, although he only passed here on his way. But this was an important intersection from the east to the west. During this period, the 2nd century of Crusader rule in the country, Akko was without a doubt one of the most important ports all around the world. After the fall of Akko to the Mamelukes in 1291, international commerce dwindled and the port installations crumbled. Nevertheless, in the succeeding centuries, many pilgrims and travelers reached Akko and left us their accounts, which continue to shed light on the city and the history of this port. The city started its rehabilitation in the 2nd half of the 18th century. They built the seawalls against the growing European involvement in the Near East from stones brought by sea from the Crusader towns of Atlit and Caesarea. International traffic today passes through the ports of Haifa and Ashdod, but Akko still constitutes a valuable model of coexistence, this time on a local scale. It is the only truly mixed city in Israel, without segregation of the various elements in separate quarters. Jews and Arabs, Christians and Muslims live here in the same apartment blocks.
In contrast to what happened in many other towns, Old Akko is a living place with a local population going on with its traditional lifestyles. It's an amazing place. I hope very soon you'll visit this jewel of Mediterranean civilization, Akko, the gateway to the Holy Land.